Alright, what's going on, guys? Trey back again, here to bring you another video. This one will be continuing with our videos covering the Walking Dead ending news. Yes, the Walking Dead television series is going to be ending at the end of Season 11, and this one will go into your guys' reactions, some different good questions, and then giving you guys a channel update of what you can expect to see from this channel, from tc2, as we head to the end of The Walking Dead. Alright, yes, and so we're going to go ahead and continue with these videos for the recent news that came out. I guess it was like Wednesday, and we're all sort of still kind of coming to terms with it as far as hardcore Walking Dead fans go, which most of us are here in the channel. And so, you know, it's sad. I think we're all sad. You know, I had some people reacting with, you know, the crying stuff and all of that whole thing. But don't worry, guys. You know, this ain't the end. This is not the end of Walking Dead, you know, permanently. I mean, this is basically the end of that initial run series. So I know it's sad. It's sad for me too. I feel for you guys. I feel exactly, you know, the same way that you guys do. It kind of feels surreal because after having it on for so many years, you know, in the fall time especially, to not have a new season of Walking Dead there, to not have a new, you know, season 12 or season 13 or 14 or 15 or whatever. They'll have the Walking Dead Daryl and Carol spin-off, whatever they call that. We'll get to see the Walking Dead Rick movie. We'll get to see this Walking Dead anthology series, whatever that is. Whether it be, you know, focused on villains or heroes from the series, and some of the time that we didn't see with them over the years. It'll be cool to see what AMC has planned in the future and which projects kind of take on and kind of go on further. I'm expecting to see at least 1 or 2 seasons of the Carol Daryl spin-off series, and who knows, maybe that could even go for a few more years after that. We'll see where fan interest is at for that when we get there. So basically, here's how things are going to run down per year and what we're looking at. We're basically near the end of 2020 now, as we have a few months left, and then we'll be into 2021. So as far as the original Walking Dead series goes, early October we get to see the final episode of what would have been Season 10. Now it's Episode 16 of Season 10. And then early 2021, we are still apparently going to see 6 extra episodes for Season 10, so it's almost like a half season. And that apparently is supposed to start filming in October. Yes, we're still seeing the Rick movie at some point in time, whenever they get to start filming that, whenever that gets to release. And so we'll see those extra 6 episodes. Then next fall from now, so that'd be fall 2021, the first half of The Walking Dead Season 11 will start, which is going to be the final season for Walking Dead. But it's a 24-episode season, so into 2022, that's going to continue basically until the end of that year, I think. I think they'll probably do like the second half will be at the regular time during the winter / springtime, and then they'll probably hold the final 8 episodes of The Walking Dead, which would be episodes 17 to 24, probably for the fall time in 2022, and then that will end things off in 2023. That will be the Walking Dead television series will sadly be no more, but the Daryl and Carol spin-off series is supposed to be slotted with Angela Kang running it show running it to air the following year. How many episodes will it be? We don't know. Will it be like a half season, like 8 episode for a season or something? Maybe, or 6 episode pilot or something, maybe. So we'll have to see past that. We also don't know. World Beyond's only going to be a couple years, so in a couple years from now, World Beyond will have aired anyway. And then one of the question marks is Fear the Walking Dead. You know, how many more seasons of that do we see? Will it be another year, a couple more years? Will it even go on past the end of The Walking Dead to where in 2023 there's another season of that? I think that one mostly depends on fan interest and how many people are watching it. I think that AMC probably would be open to it if enough people watch it, and if they don't, then maybe we could see it end in the next couple of years at some point here. So that's what we have. We don't have release dates yet for Anthology. We don't know too many more details about the Rick movie, other than it's still in progress and it's still coming, and that's where we're at right now in terms of the news. So Boom Tendo had said it's got 3 series or 3 shows going after the main show. It isn't really ending; it's branching out, and that's that's a fair point. It's the end of the original flagship series for what that is, but it's not the end of the the brand as a whole. It's not the end of The Walking Dead as a whole, but it's the end of the original Walking Dead television series. And with the comics being done, with the comics being over with, we'll have to see what other new stuff comes in the future for Walking Dead. But maybe the movies will get that same kind of hype out of them after all these years of waiting that the original Walking Dead television series had. Because I think every other project The Walking Dead has, none of it gets the same kind of hype that the original Walking Dead series gets, whether it be as popular as Fear was when it first started, or any of the other series. None of them, or even probably the comics too, get that same level of hype that the original Walking Dead series had in its heyday, which is probably like season 5, season 6, season 7 premiere, that kind of thing. Nothing else with Walking Dead's name on it has ever really gotten to that level for hype. All right, the next one came in from Just Flo, who said maybe they just cancel The Walking Dead under its running name and start with those limited series spin-off that will be always only be a concept for 1, 2, 3 season runs, as limited series really seeing their rising in the past few years. So start off with Daryl and Carol, then Negan, and maybe other options. Yeah, the anthology idea is like you have different lead characters at different parts of the series, and we get to see that. We just, everything is contingent, though, on fan demand. Everything is contingent on how many people are going to watch it, how many people are going to be interested. And while I'm sad to see this happen, the only thing that I would be cautious about is when you do some of these spin-off series, how many people are you going to get to check them out? With the original Walking Dead television series, you pretty much knew every season you were going to get a certain amount of people to watch. Now, I do think the budget for it was pretty big and everything like that. But with these other series, because you could be doing different episodes, series number runs, you're ending the Walking Dead title and name, so it is a little bit tricky to say, are people going to come back to check it out? Daryl and Carol series, probably guaranteed they're going to check it out. Walking Dead anthology, we'll have to see. We'll have to see how many people are interested in seeing something like that. If they could do something with like Glenn or something to start, I think a lot of people would be into that. But if they do different ones like Negan, I don't know. It's really up in the air. Abraham, if they did something like that, we really don't know. So we'll have to see what comes about of those series. And those also could fall apart kind of easily, I would also say as well, too. S4B Soares said, do you think that Denai Guerrera Michonne will come back to The Walking Dead for its final season? Now, Deneen Henderson also said actress Denai Guerrera agreed with AMC to return to The Walking Dead in season 12, but since there won't be a season 12, will AMC ask her to come back for season 11 instead? So that is a very, very good question from both Deneen and S4B. It would be cool to see Michonne come back in the series, probably at the very end of season 11. I would really like to see that. I don't think we'll see Rick come back to end the series off. It'd be cool if we did. I don't think we will. But because they'll probably want to save him for the movies. But to see Michonne back would be sweet. And if they don't do that, to have her be in the movies, I would be fine with that too. Either one makes sense to me. It would be cool. Maiden Wool says, LOL, I was still married when season 1 of The Walking Dead started. So it sounds like Maiden got played the D card or got D'd during The Walking Dead's run. It's crazy to think back. I had a lot of people reflecting back in the beginning of the series saying, man, when The Walking Dead started, I was 9 years old. Now I'm 19 or whatever. Or people saying, Maiden here saying I was married that. Now my life's in a different position. It's crazy to think, man, in these 10 years that the series has been on, how much the world has changed, how much all of our lives have changed, how much we've grown and everything. It's Yeah, it's really crazy, man. And just imagine in a few years how different the world's going to be after what we've seen happen this year. Barber says, I've been subbed for 5 years now, Trev. Glad the ride continues with the spinoff. So, and then Sora said, I want a dog spinoff series and that whole thing. Sarah Grace was one of the ones who said, oh my God, why? And then with the tears and all that stuff. So, all words are made up. Void says, so they have to get Rick back at least. They can do that after their Carl debacle. And Dave G had said, I have no interest in the spin-off series, but I'm happy to see the show finally coming to an end. It lost a lot of steam after season 8. It's Dig Do says, Trev Chan 2 is basically Talking Dead for me. I'll still be watching every video about the show. So thank you, Look it's Dig. I appreciate that. And Maxine BB says, it's crazy. I lost interest since Rick left the show, but now hearing about the spinoff Walking Dead of Daryl and Carol, I'm all in again. Definitely excited. So it sounds like for some people, putting an end point does make them excited and make them want to watch and see how the series ends off, to put an end point there. So it probably will help the next couple years because more people will want to watch to see how it ends off and what the end of The Walking Dead is. So to continue with, to go into my plan for the channel, real quick with you guys, leading from the end here, going up to the end. Okay, obviously we're going to cover the series for the last 2 years. We're going to cover season 10, we're going to cover season 11, and we're going to finish that off. We're going to wrap that up. Now, that'll bring us to 2021, 2022. Next 2 years, that'll happen. Now, that'll be season 13 of the channel here when we get to that. Now, once the series is done, we get into, so next year, 2021, we see 10 and first half 11. 2022, that year runs the end of The Walking Dead. So that'll be season 13. So 2023 is the year after The Walking Dead has actually wrapped up, that we see probably the Daryl Carol spinoff in the fall, most likely. So that'll be season 14 of doing this here with you guys. It's basically, at that point, once we get to that point, it will have been 15 years of doing this channel with you guys. At that point, we'll have to see where we're at. But I will commit to you guys to at least continue with minimum Walking Dead, covering at least reviews for the episodes and videos like that, and some prediction videos and stuff like that for the next 3 years minimum. So I'll definitely finish off the series with you guys with the channel here, and then I'll do at least the first season of the Daryl and Carol spinoff. And then when the movies come out, we'll cover that and everything too. But after that, I will have to reconsider, because that'll be 15 years of doing it. Maybe that's enough, and after that, I'll find something else to do or something. I don't know. In my time after work, I'll do something different or something. But I would really love to continue past that. But we'll have to see how you guys respond to that when we get to that time. That said, there are lots of different series out there, guys. There's always lots of different stuff happening. It will be a huge blow to all of us in terms of our enjoyment to not have that original series there that we're used to every year for these basically 15 years or whatever, however you want to count it, with the Carol and Daryl spinoff at that point. But we'll have to see when we get there. But definitely, I can commit that I will finish the series with you guys here in the channel. As long as nothing bad happens to me or anything, we'll do that. And then after that, we'll do the first season of the Daryl and Carol spinoff, and then we'll reassess, and I'll let you guys know if it's something I'm going to continue to proceed on further with the channel afterwards. And I think it will be, and I want to do that. My heart is there for it. My drive is there, and we'll just have to see how you guys respond to that as well. And if we have to do reviews for other series and start doing other things after, I'm not sure how you guys are going to respond to that. I tend to think you'd probably say, well, we'd rather have you continue, Trevor, than do nothing, and continue the channel for whatever series are hot at the time, whatever we're interested in at the time. But maybe that won't be the case, as I've kind of seen a little bit this year after the shutdown. But I don't want it to be too doom and gloom for you guys, because it feels like there's always going to be something streaming or something on TV or something cool that's going on, and we might not all click on it the same way as we do for Walking Dead, but maybe you guys will be interested in hearing what I'm checking out and what I'm watching after The Walking Dead, and you'd be interested in getting into that with me, including the other Walking Dead spinoff series and whatever series happened to be hot at the time in a few years from now. So let's see how things go. That's what I will commit to for now, now for you guys. And then we'll see how this whole thing wraps up. I'm kind of nervous, excited at the same time to see the ending, sad at the same time also, but really happy that, privileged that we're able to see these final episodes and these final seasons come through. And I just compare it to something like Game of Thrones, which ended off in its 8th season with a terrible ending, in my opinion, and they have done nothing since then. AMC's handling of The Walking Dead, I think, is amazing. I'm really glad they got the license instead of HBO, and they've just produced so much great content for us over the years. I'm excited for the movie. I'm excited for the future of what they have to do, and I really just am really happy with AMC's handling of this. 12 seasons, basically, with the extended season 11, is at 16 episodes a season, and all the other stuff they've done for it and they're doing is, I think, as much as any of us could have ever asked for, and then some, maybe more than a lot of people asked for. So that's where I'm at right now with this one. So leave your comments below, and I'll be back Sunday night with the live stream with you guys. Looking forward to that one a lot. We'll probably do extended live stream because lots to talk about, a lot of emotions and everything. And I'll see you guys again soon. As usual, it's Trev, and I'm saying peace. Later, guys. See you soon.